What is up, guys? It's the NJB here, and today I'm making a video talking about the time to kill and health regen in Black Ops 4. So first of all, I just want to say I haven't played Black Ops 4. I haven't been able to go out and play that game. I will be able to play it at the beta. I will pre-order it at least before the beta comes out, just to make sure I can play it. And I'm pretty sure PlayStation might have I don't know, a bit longer to play it than Xbox, like in the previous games. I don't know, but either way, I'm going to talk about it. Basically, I'm going to be talking about it based on what I've seen from other videos from YouTubers who play the game, and I'm kind of basing my opinion on kind of like what they said and how I view it. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 150 health. So I feel like, personally, I prefer Call of Duty with a fast time to kill. I prefer the Infinity Ward cards just because I like that when I shoot at someone, they're dead. I don't have to worry about them turning around and drop shotting me or just turning around and jetpacking above me like in RW and the previous one like in Ghosts or Modern Warfare, like any of those games. So I just prefer like people just die when they shoot them. And you just have to be smart. You have to have good reaction times, and you just have to shoot your bullets and just get it done. It's just quick, simple. You can move on with other parts in the game and a match. But this game is going to be 150, so the time to kill is a lot longer. And I know people will say it's more skillful. It might be. I'm not going to argue with them there, but I don't know. For me, it's whatever makes the game fun. But I feel like this is going to make it hard for multi-kills. So if you're trying to kill like multiple people at once, it's going to make it kind of difficult because first of all, the first person is going to get some hits on you. So even if you kill them, then his teammates will turn to you and they can kill you, and it's just could be annoying. Could just be something we have to get used to. Maybe we're going to have to change the style of play to be more, I don't know, more defensive and stick behind cover more, and I hope we don't have to head glitch up like a lot more. But when you have less health and you can't like regen health like you used to, it may be like something we see a bit more in this COD. So I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to that too much, but it is what it is. And piggybacking off the last point I made, in S&D, I feel like it's going to be difficult when you're in like a 1v2 or a 1v5, God forbid, that situation. And I do have a gameplay in Black Ops 3 when I did that, and I just went around just like going against the whole team. So I feel like that's going to be kind of difficult in the Black Ops 4, just because, as I said, with the health regen, you can only regenerate yourself like once after you've taken damage, and after that it takes you like a bit of time to be able to inject yourself again with the syringe. And I feel like that's going to be a bit of an annoyance. I feel like S&D is going to be played a bit differently, and I hope it's not going to be kind of like IW, where if you don't have like good teammates, then you're probably going to get melted by some of the tryhards that are going around. And if there are people playing with like a clan or just like a party, then I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bit annoying, a bit different, but it could just be something we have to get used to, and it may not even be something we're going to complain after the game releases. So these are just kind of like my ideas or what I'm thinking could affect the game or not. But yeah, I feel like S&D is going to be kind of interesting, and I kind of want to see how it's going to be. So can't wait till they show us S&D gameplay, because that's what I usually play a lot in Call of Duty. Haven't really played it too much in the last two CODs just because at W, I was more of just like I don't know, just a player who plays like public matches. And World War II, I haven't really been playing at all. So that's that. But I just hope S&D is going to be fun despite the changes they're making. Another thing I noticed from the gameplay is that snipers and I want to say meleeers will probably be a bit more annoying this year. Yeah, let's think about it. We've already seen from the gameplay that we've been given that snipers are basically the same despite the change in health. I mean, they're still basically one hit kill if you hit someone above the waist and make sure you're not hitting the arms. Just hit the main body and the head. And I doubt they'd ever put melee weapons in a Call of Duty and not make them a one hit kill. So can you imagine if you just like mowed a bunch of people down with like your gun, you're reloading, you turn, you hear someone coming behind you, you go like you get ready to shoot them. Just typical Call of Duty. Hear someone come up close, you see it's a knifer, you try to shoot them, but because they have lots of health in this new Call of Duty, they can come and knife you. And I just feel like that's going to be really, really annoying, especially with like throwing knives and all that stuff. I mean, this Call of Duty, I feel like it's going to be a lot more annoying than it's been in a while. Also with snipers, snipers are still the same. So if a sniper misses, or even let's say they hit you like with one shot, they hit you, then all of a sudden they can just like pull back the bolt. You can get some shots on them. You get some shots on them. You can hit them a bit. They take some damage, but then they can just shoot you again, and you're done. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to change the way we play. This could just be minor issues, and it may not even be a big deal. But I really feel like snipers and pretty much any ways that people can kill you with like one like shot or one hit, I feel like that's going to be a lot more of an annoyance in this game than it's been in a while. And the last thing I just want to talk about is hardcore. So I don't know how hardcore is going to be in it, but I've kind of already made up my mind that I'm probably going to be playing hardcore like the whole time, just because I hate a long time to kill. It may be fun for a little bit, and I may play like just core just so I can get the hang of the game and get the feel of some of the weapons. But after that, it may just be hardcore all the time, just because I don't know. I just find hardcore and fast time to kill like really just better and funner for me to play like a Call of Duty. And I really want to see hardcore gameplay, so I want to know how they're going to do health regen. I want to know if we can still like heal ourselves with it, or maybe they're going to take that out completely and make it just like regular hardcore. I can't really think of anything else they've done to change hardcore. Yeah, I think that's it, but I just want to know how they're going to do hardcore. If they do allow us to give us some more health in hardcore, I hope it's only a little bit. I wouldn't mind hardcore like having health regen. I mainly play it just so we can have a fast time to kill. I don't really care too much about any of the other changes in hardcore. I do like that we have less of less stuff to look at on screen. The HUD's like cleaner. Team killing, I prefer if they do it like the IW way, where like if someone shoots at you, then they take damage and not you, because as I said, I prefer hardcore just for a fast time to kill and just a more immersed look into the game, not just so I can feel like super realistic, because it is a video game and that's mainly why I play it. So I prefer they did it to hardcore. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Other than that, I do have one more thing I want to say about the health regen, and it's a bit of a negative thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like in some of the recent CODs, or kind of like in World War II, I feel like they've taken, like in order to change the game, they've taken something we've already had and that was already done right, and then they just kind of fracture it and like mix it up a bit, change how it works, and then they kind of like make us feel like it's new, and I'm not liking it too much. In World War II, they did this with like the creator class. They tried to say it was new, when in reality, they just took away some features that we already had in Call of Duty and are done right in Call of Duty, and there's no need for them to change it at all. And if you look at creator class, like for one, you can only put a suppressor on submachine guns, and that's annoying. I don't know if they changed that. I haven't played the game in a while, but the first few months the game was out, when I was playing it, that was the case, and I think that was really ridiculous. I don't know why they would change something like that that's been done right and simply in every other Call of Duty, but they've done that. I mean, it makes no sense. Also, I mean, they've taken some perks, they put it with like the certain divisions. They've also made you can only make sure you can have like all perks that like a typical Call of Duty would have, like perk 1, 2, and 3, like having flat jacket and ghost and all these different things just in one soldier that you can just use in Call of Duty. I don't know why they changed that, and I feel like they're just taking apart like simple Call of Duty features and like mixing it up and saying it's new. And I feel like that's kind of what Black Ops 4 is doing with the health regen. So I wouldn't say it's like exactly the same, but I feel like that's kind of one thing they're doing. To me, I don't really feel like changing how the health works. I don't think that's like helping, or like I don't think it helps like the gameplay of what they're trying to do with like weapons and how that works, like weapon balancing. But it seems more like they're just changing it up just so the game feels different and unique. But if Call of Duty is after this, and let's say the next Black Ops doesn't continue this trend, then it's just that one Call of Duty that played a bit different. So I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying that's kind of one thing I noticed. For me, I don't know how I feel about it. It's just, I don't know. What can I say? So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video in JB. That's basically all I've had to say about Black Ops 4's health regen and time to kill. I'm not a fan of like big time to kills, but I don't know, it's a boots on the ground game and it's gonna be a new game, so we'll see how that is. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.
Everything and lose it all, lose